Okay, so in this video series, we will be running through how to integrate audio into your PlayIt plugin. Now, integrating audio is very easy. All you do is set up a category and give it its type attribute as audio. Don't forget to also set up your views. We have another video that goes in-depth detail on how to set up your views. Once you have those set up, then you can begin to add your audio tags within your particular category. Now, before we jump into what the audio tag does and all of its attributes, let's jump up here to the top of the PlayIt node and look at some of these global settings. The PlayIt node has many global settings that will apply to every particular category media type. And as we can see here, there's a whole bunch of audio dash attributes that will apply to every specific category that has the audio type set. So let's run through these really quick. The first one here is audio autoplay. And what this will do if we set it to true is when we load up PlayIt, it'll automatically select the first song and begin playing it. So if you needed to select a category and then instantaneously play that first track, you can do that by setting that attribute equal to true. By default, it is false. You'll also notice that there's a whole bunch of information or attributes regarding the information box. Now, if we look at each one of these attributes, we can see that they all curtail to the information box. So let's jump back out here real quick and see the information box in action. If we open up the information box, we can see that it is a dialog, and this dialog here allows you to put any custom HTML, JavaScript, whatever you want into this area. And this is just a simple jQuery dialog that allows you to resize, move, and close the dialog. So we can hide this icon from all of the audio types if we want by setting the info enabled equal to false. We can also make that audio box modal or non-modal. We can change its height, width, and we can make it resizable. So these are very easy settings to set, and they allow you to give you a little bit of flexibility when working with the audio. So let's go ahead and look at the audio tag and all of its attributes. The first attribute that we see here for the audio tag is the title, and this is simply just a name. This is a required value. The next one that we see is the source attribute, and this is a URL or an absolute path to your media file. The next two arguments together actually form something unique within the tile view. If you have an artist and an album attribute exactly the same like we see down here, then if we jump out to the tile view, we will see that it forms the concept of a unique key. So both of those tracks are bound within this particular album. So if you wanted to group your audio, you can do it that way. You can also change the order in which they're played by adding a track attribute. So if you wanted to switch these around, you could easily do that by giving a track attribute. Now the next setting is info enabled, and what it does is it allows this information down here to be shown on the info button. So if you had information in here and you wanted to currently disable it yet still keep the information, you can do that by setting this to false. The poster and thumb attributes. Now these are important attributes, especially when it comes to performance. So you want to make sure that you set these accordingly. Let's go ahead and show where these particular attributes are shown at in the interface. If we jump over to the grid view, we'll see that neither the thumb nor the poster are being used. The only place that the thumb would be used would be down here in the player bar. So as each one of these tracks is selected, this would change, and it's only bound to the thumb view. Now over here in the list, there are some fallback conditions. If you set the thumb value, then it will override the poster value within the list. But if you have the poster set, it will try to grab that. But it's important that you set that thumb value to a small 48 by 48 image so that these render a little bit quicker. Now in the tile view, you will only be using the poster attribute, and you want to make sure that your poster is no larger than 256 by 256, because if you start rendering a ton of these images, it can slow things down just a little bit. So you want to always make sure that your images are tightly compressed and they're at the right size that they need to be. So these are the locations at which the poster and the thumb are set. So this should be a good rundown of the audio tag and how you can implement it and set it up within PlayIt.